कितने लोगों ने यहाँ पे हाउ आई मेट योर मदर देखा है?
Me.
देखा है ना? फाइन. मैं बहुत बड़ा हाउ आई मेट योर मदर फैन हूँ, बट आई ऑलवेज थॉट टेड मोस्बी वॉज एन इडियट. The thing is, there's a scene in which his fiancée leaves him at their wedding to go back to her ex. ठीक है? And he, I think, meets her after a couple of days, but instead of going up to her and confronting her, he forgives her and says that you may think that your only options are to swallow your anger or to throw it in someone's face. But there's a third option. You can just let it go. And I laughed. Like, what do you mean, yaar, you can let it go? She left you at the altar to go back to her ex. You deserve to have an outburst. You deserve to have that anger. What do you mean you can just let it go? See, the thing is, मैं बहुत immature बंदा था. For me, letting go was like something I couldn't even understand. I often bottled up my anger. I often turned the cold shoulder. I held my grudges. And because of that, I lost one of my best friends. So, we met in the second year of our college right after pandemic. I am a very antisocial person. मैं अकेले में रहता था. And one of these days after class, I was sitting in the laboratory with my face stuck onto the screen trying to figure out a problem. मुझसे हो रहा ही नहीं था. I was ready to give up. Everyone in the class had already left. And then randomly, the star student of the class, whom I had never even spoken to, I didn't even know her name. She came up, sat beside me and started brainstorming with me. I don't even know why. Anyways, we sat there for a while, figured it out, and finally जब वो figure out किया था, the sense of relief that I felt. I was stuck for hours on that. Anyway, that was the beginning. Over the next few weeks, we grew closer. I got her to watch F1. She made me read Harry Potter. We talked day and night about everything in life. Seemingly nothing could go wrong, or so I thought. And in that, we made a fatal mistake, which was we decided to work together. Now the thing is, हम दोनों topper थे, but worse than that, we were both stubborn. I was a bit too stubborn. So our ideas often clashed while we were discussing something. So it started from that. So minor disagreements, huge fights, and this happened on a week-to-week basis. But we always forgave each other. We made up. But that wouldn't happen when we had our final fight on the last day of our college. To be honest, after all this time, I don't even remember why we fought. I just remember all the anger I felt, the frustration I felt, and that stupid decision I made, which was to storm off and go radio silent on the person. I didn't text her for a year. But life has a way of making you face your mistakes. So 1 year after the incident, we were both invited back to a college for a award ceremony of sorts. And as fate would have it, we were sat next to each other. God, I hate assigned seating. Anyways, so 2 hours, 2 long and arduous hours of pretending the other person didn't exist. बाजू में बैठिए, didn't exist. Anyway, 2 hours passed. They finally called us up on the stage. We walked up and they meshed up our awards. And since this wasn't something that was a rare occasion, होते रहता था, we both just turned to each other instinctively and we both gave each other that look कि भाई, what the absolute hell is going on here? And we cracked up. And for the first time in over a year, we spoke, we joked, and as I watched her laugh, it hit me. God damn it, Ted Mosby was right. Letting go isn't just about, forgiving something. It's just remembering the good over the bad and remembering what really matters. I held that grudge and I lost my friend because of that. Very bad trade. Anyways, so if you do find someone who's worth holding on to, do not let go, because you may think that your only options are to swallow your anger or throw it in someone's face, but there's always a third option. You can just let it go. Thank you.